Okay, in this example, we are going to go ahead and we are going to look at a fifth degree polynomial and go through how to solve it. Now, we just did something similar to this in class on Thursday. We're going to use the rational root theorem to solve this. So, first of all, how many solutions should this have? That's correct. There should be 5 solutions, and we know that because this is a fifth degree polynomial, so we know that there's going to be 5 solutions. So what we're going to do first is we first have to figure out what are possible rational solutions. And remember, the rational root theorem tells us that if we take all the factors of the constant over all the factors of the first coefficient, that's going to give us all of our possible solutions. So here, our coefficient is 1. So we're going to take all the factors of 8 over 1. So the factors here are going to be 1, 2, 4, and 8. And remember that this could be plus or minus. So here, what we need to do now is we need to start going through these and using synthetic division to figure out which one is a solution. So now this is where you just kind of have to pick one to start at and go through. So let's go ahead and write out all of our coefficients here. So we have 1x to the 5th, 0x to the 4th, 1x cubed, negative 2x squared, negative 12, and then minus 8. So remember, you have to put the 0 in when you're missing a term. And then we're going to go ahead and let's just start, let's start with negative 1. So we're going to go down and we're going to continue our synthetic division here. And we're going to go all the way through. And see, this goes pretty quick. So even if it takes you a few times to get the right one, this is negative 8, this is going to be positive 8, and we end up with 0. Okay, so that tells us right here that negative 1 is a solution. Now, rather than keep using our original terms here, our fifth degree, we know now that because of our coefficients right here, remember, these are the coefficients of our new polynomial. So when we divide by x plus 1, we got x to the 4th minus x cubed plus 2x squared, and then minus 4x, and then minus 8. So right here, this is our new polynomial. So we know that negative 1 is a solution. Now what we want to do is the same thing. So our constant is 8 again, and our first coefficient is 1. So we have the same possible solutions here. So let's go ahead and write down our terms for synthetic. Oh, that's a 2. It's a very ugly 2. Minus 4, and then minus 8. So we're going to go ahead and do synthetic division again. And again, if you go through and you don't get 0 as a final one, you know that that's not a solution. So let's go ahead and try 2 this time. So 2 times 1 is 2. That's 1, 2, 4. We get 8, 4, and 8, and 0. Oh, so we got another one right here. So now we know that since this was a 4th degree, now our new polynomial is x cubed plus x squared plus 4x plus 4. And remember, each time what we found as we go through, we found our solutions. So what this means is that our factor that we divided out was x minus our solution. So here we factored out x minus 2. So when we write our polynomial at the end, we want to make sure that we include all of these factors that we've taken. So let's go ahead and do this one more time. Now look at here, we've got 4 as our constant and 1 as our coefficient. So we know that 1, 2, or 4 are going to be 1 plus or minus 1, 2, or 4 are going to be the ones that we look at. So here, now, just to save time, I'm obviously picking ones that I know are the right solutions. But, you know, again, you may get them wrong and it may take some guess and check, and that's perfectly fine. So here, 0, 4, -4, and 0. So we found another solution right here. And that means that we factored out another x plus 1. So we've got 3 out of our 5 solutions right now. And what we're left with right here is x squared plus 0x plus 4. So what we have, when we start, I'm going to write out our factored polynomial right here. We've got x plus 1 times x plus 1 times x minus 2. And then our last term that we get right here is x squared plus 4. So to get our other solutions, we have to go ahead and solve x squared plus 4. We have to set that equal to 0. So we do x squared plus 4 equals 0. Now, in this one, you can see we're going to get an imaginary solution because we subtract 4 from both sides. So we get x squared equals negative, I didn't mean to zoom out, x squared equals -4. And when we divide both sides, we get x equals plus or minus 2i. So our solutions that we end up getting to this, we have plus or minus 2i, 2, and then -1 and -1. So those are the 5 solutions to this. What you've seen is that we basically just go through doing synthetic division over and over and over again until we finally get our solutions. Now there is that guess and check component. You do have to go through and you know, find the solutions until you get a 0 remainder during synthetic division. But it goes so fast, you get comfortable doing synthetic division over and over again that you really do find it quickly. So let's go back to our original problem here. So for this one, the 5 solutions that we'd have, I'm just going to click through to the end. The 5 solutions that we have from factoring it is -1, -1, 2, -2i, and plus 2i. So what I want you guys to do right now are go ahead and answer the questions that pop up about these equations.